Well, hello, 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 and welcome, 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 friends, fellow wizards. It's been a while since I've been live, but I, your happiness navigator, pollinator of positivity, shape-shifting woman wizard, that's me, Melissa Mojo B, is back. I'm flying back. It's 11:11. We've just gone past on 11/11, so we're in the portal for this magical day, and I thought we'll send some extra sparkle out. All broadcasts here, anytime you see me or Mojo and Magic, you know that those broadcasts are charged with Reiki and what we love to call cosmic rainbow energy to activate, transmute, and evolve, and the acronym for that is CREATE. So let's co-create some magic, fellow wizards. I'm just gonna share this out to a few places, and we'll get playing a little music and pulling some tarot cards like we do. I've got my ukulele here today, so we might do a little ukulele strumming. I didn't tune up though, so I think I'm gonna need to do that. We're gonna pull from the Magic of the Unicorns deck today. We're gonna be in here for about 45 minutes, and then I'll head off to work. That's why we're in the truck, because we're just doing what we can where we can, you know, these days. Hi everybody, as you come on in, flying in and out. Maybe we'll pick a spirit animal deck to start the day. But as I said, I'm just gonna remember to share this out. Please do share out where and one more. Thanks for being patient. You doing this divine day. Okay, a couple more shares here. Get in there. Okay, let's pull a card first. We have some music in here in the background. And hopefully it is non-copyright music. So we're in Bessie, the Enchanted pick us up truck. She loves to pick us up, take us awesome places. And we love to have fun, happiness navigating, joy rides. We'll pull a few cards today, play a song on the ukulele. Once I get it tuned up. I didn't get that done ahead of time, but I know you're so patient with me, and I love you for it. Thank you so much for your likes and shares. As we get ready to pull our animal spirit card for the day, we do love to have an animal guide come in here and tell us what we could use to hear for the collective. Oh, that one right there, it just spun right around for us. The seahorse spirit. Watch and wait. Shall we read about the seahorse? I think we shall. And whatever you're drinking, I'll send a little sparkle to that. I had to stop for a coffee this morning. I usually do pack a thermos. But today it was a special day. I was coming here to meet with you. So let's do some tarot reading. Well, this one's actually the Spirit Animal Oracle. So we'll do a little oracle reading today, and we've got the seahorse here. Watch and wait. Does that feel aligned with anyone? I know it's been feeling like watching and waiting for me, for sure. Yesterday, I had my TikTok account suspended, or not TikTok, Facebook, out of nowhere, and for no real reason. And so we're just having to watch and wait and see if that comes back. But in the meantime, we're gonna spend more time here on TikTok with some lives. How's the volume? If anyone could let me know if the volume's too loud, let me know. I can turn it down. We'll just start reading about the seahorse spirit and watch and wait. Hovering gracefully, the seahorse observes with the perspective of one who is not engulfed by the drama, remaining at a distance from all the turbulence. Yes, fellow wizards. Seahorse spirit appears at this time to remind us of the need to be neutral and to gain perspective. Our message from the seahorse spirit is, not my circus, not my monkeys. It's a reminder here for us to keep swimming in our own happiness. And you see the rainbow on this card. We always call it cosmic rainbow energy when we're talking about Reiki here, because everything is made of that cosmic rainbow energy. And we are the holders of all that ever has been and all that ever will be right inside of us. We're made of that stardust and moon beams, and all of the water that's been on this planet right now has always been on the planet right now, that primordial water, which means we are also part of that primordial energy. And when things are difficult and when things with our own circles might be such that we can't help the people around us, they're suffering, or there's situations that we just can't fix right this moment, that we can just swim on our own for a little while and not be scared of that. In fact, really step into that as a graceful way to be, a power, an empowerment of being able to swim on our own for a while, and yet never being alone, truly alone, because we're always surrounded by, again, we're made of primordial water. We are all that ever has been or ever will be. So truly we're never alone, fellow wizards. And when it says, not my circus, not my monkeys, it's just a reminder to not take that on as a weight, because it can sink us. It can truly sink us, and then we're not sharing our light either. So let's not take that on. And it says, know that even if we're tempted to jump into the fray and try and fix things, the best way to serve ourselves and others right now is to remain calm and simply wait and see. Another message here is that whatever our query, whatever your question, the seahorse spirit asks us to step back from it, be willing to explore things from different angles rather than just one. I think it's really important here. There's an intuitive message here about the perspective as we look at these things and how other people are acting, or how we might be feeling lost as to how to deal with certain things. That in fact there is strength in being able to wait and see and not let that bring us down, but instead really truly step into the energy of the heart space and see where these situations and perhaps other people in the situations are at right now, and how they're also going through it, you know, and to explore the different perspective of how, even though it feels maybe like this is happening to us, that people would say it's happening for us, it's also happening to us. It's also happening to them, and they're going through their own thing. And it's important as much as we can to try to step and shift perspectives so that we can see the other person or the situation not as that it's manipulative, or it's trying to do something against us, or that it's that the people are mean, or that the world is mean, or that the universe spirit is mean. It's just not like that. It's just that we're all going through times, we're all trying to climb this mountain, we all have our own mountain to climb, and it's all the same mountain, but it looks so different on all the different paths. And how can we shift to love even a little bit more, and to be a little bit more open to other people's perspectives, And so, yeah, different angles other than just one, and observe what is possible. From the perspective of the position of the neutral observer, we will discover a myriad of opportunities and a deeper understanding of what we seek and why. And you will know beauty, truth, love, and wisdom. Taking that time to not just be angry at a situation or frustrated at a situation, but to send love to the situation, gives us beauty, truth, love, and wisdom. And so there's a protection message here with our seahorse. And it says, are we holding on to judgment that our perspective is the only correct way to look at things? There are as many perspectives as there are creatures in the sea, and when seahorse spirit appears, we are reminded to detach from the experience so that we can view it from more than one angle. Pay attention to hidden beliefs and how they affect the way we think, feel, and act. Are we being fair to all involved? Or do we maybe need to step back? Perhaps the drama we've been drawn to is our own. Wherever the actions of others, whatever the actions of others, our challenge is to be non-reactive and not take their words and behaviors personally. I literally just had this conversation with Rose right before I came on. Their turbulence may have little to do with us, so we can remain neutral until we know more. Our perspective may be quite different in time. And not taking anything personally is one of the 4 wisdoms. Which was that? I was going to say 4 noble truths, but it's not. It's the one by Don Miguel Ruiz. Anyways, there's 4 truths there as well. So thanks to Seahorse Spirit for coming out today, and thank you for being here as well. Thank you for sharing. I like to play a little music, but I haven't tuned up the ukulele, so maybe we can do 2 things at once. Can we? It's hard to do 2 things at once, but I'm always trying. How about you? Let's pick a fairy card, and then maybe I can, I wonder if I could set that up somewhere so you could just look at the fairy card while I tune. What do you think? Oh, that one really wants to come out. It's abundance. I actually saw it at first too, and it was just insistent. So bringing the abundance out today with the fairies, and this is the Oracle of the Fairies. It says, prepare yourself for the incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and humanland, there is enough abundance for everyone. Abundance is coming your way. And for the collective. And I feel that as we're coming out of Capricorn retrograde and Pluto and moving into directly into Aquarius for the next 20 years in Pluto. So yay for that. I think it's not terribly off, but we'll check it. There's nothing worse than having out of tune instruments, is there? So, how is everybody? You know, I love the different platforms, but I really loved how interactive everyone was on Facebook. And as I say, they've just suspended my account for no apparent reason over there. So, we're just gonna keep going here, and hopefully, eventually, people will start to talk and interact here as well. Let's see what we got going on here. Tuning a ukulele is a little different. Well, should have done this before, huh? Maybe I'll just sing you a song. What about that? I feel awkward tuning right now. Let's see. We'll do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm very insistent. Stubborn? Is that the word we're looking for when I say it? Let's see. Can we get a tuner for the ukulele? It's not your usual tuning either. And I haven't played the ukulele in a very long time. I haven't been playing much lately, music, but we're coming back to that. So definitely, I got a message from Spirit to go live for 11 days. We're gonna do it on Facebook, but we're not now. So here's what we're doing. We're doing it here on TikTok. And then we're just gonna see what happens. We're just gonna have fun with it and enjoy some time together. How can I do a tuner? I know, I could do a tuner by ear on YouTube. Oh, yeah. All right. And while we're doing that, I will also look up the abundance card and we'll take a little read from that one. There it is. Abundance, indeed. We just pulled another one. And that one is wait for winter. We had to hurry up and wait. No, it didn't say hurry up and wait, did it? It said watch and wait. And this one says wait for winter. So perhaps what we're looking for might sort itself a little bit more during the winter months as we be very patient seahorses and just watch and wait and remain neutral. It says during the colder months, the fairy queen of winter will help us manifest our most heartfelt wishes as long as our intentions are for the highest good of all. Not just us, of course, but we know that. And magical blessings. That's our third fairy card. We've got 3 magical fairies throwing out all of that energy, that cosmic rainbow energy. You feel it, I feel it. We're sending it out to you right now. Stop for a second. Just do a little Reiki. Me and the fairies are sending you some magical blessings. I feel the energy. Power up. Balance. Release. Anything that's not serving. Bring in all of that abundance. Yeah. Magical blessings. And this one says, whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can help others too, with a little sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. I love you so much. Let's do a little bit more reading about the cards that we've just pulled. And the first card that we pulled there was abundance. And she's, oh, there she is. There she is. Her abundance. It looks like she's on a lotus too, and that's the abundance that there is from coming up out of the muck. That's a message there for so many of us who've really been feeling like giving up lately and been feeling so dark, so overwhelmed, so down in the mud. But we know that the lotus comes from the mud. And so that is another message here, that there is a certain abundance to the fact of being able to transmute, to be activated into sadness or anger or the other not so pleasant emotions, to be activated by them, but to transmute that for our personal evolution. And that's why create cosmic rainbow energy, activate, transmute, evolve, because when we're activated, it's actually a blessing. It is abundance, especially as we transmute that. And when we step up, you know, they say the bounce back, you bounce back so much higher. So there's something to be said for going into these cavernous times where it might feel so spacious and dark and empty, to be able to come back in and be so filled up with abundance. And the abundance, part of that being the fact that we actually do pull up out of that, and that we fly, that we choose to fly yet again. And so abundance here says, prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and humanland, there is enough abundance for everyone. The arrival of this fairy tells us that the abundance is on the way. Perhaps we'll receive an unexpected gift or cash with windfall. It could also be a spiritual gift. Whichever form it takes, we just have to make sure we're ready for it. Make sure you're in a place of receptivity, that you believe and know you're worthy to receive that abundance. Work on this if you feel it could be an issue for you. By feeling truly worthy, we can be receptive to the flow and blessings of abundance in our life. And I'm just going to stop there for a second and talk about how it feels like we're not worthy sometimes when certain people or certain situations in our life don't seem to be reciprocating. And it's so important for our personal evolution that those feelings of activation, of feeling rejected, abandoned, all those lovely things that happen in this world because other people are just trying to also climb their mountain, and at times they just can't hold someone's hand. They're just too busy grasping on every which way they can. And so the big test for us, especially those ones with big hearts that we go through stuff and we still keep being there for those people, the big test for us is to stay feeling worthy, is to not take it personally, is to not let it dim your light, fellow wizards. And trust me, I get it. So the test right now is to not let those things where other people are suffering, or the situations out here in this world experience are of suffering, and abandonment and rejection and making us feel like we're not worthy, and we try so hard, we work so hard on these magical missions, and maybe there's just not so many views or not so much support even from the people who are closest to us, because again, they are also just trying to hold on and make it up this mountain and climb those stone walls. And we are truly abundant because we are able to fly out of that ourselves. So some people, they can't, and some people can't, as I say, hold hands or fly wingtip to wingtip with someone else the entire time. And that's difficult for them because they are in extreme isolation, extreme darkness, and they're not necessarily able to come out of that in the same way, or go through it in the way of, like I say, being able to stay wingtip to wingtip with someone. So grateful for those of us who can keep our hearts warm enough to stay loving when people do reject us, because it's not personal, it's not even a rejection. In fact, most of the time they just feel so bad about what they're going through and how they're not able to be there for us that they shut off even more. So not to take anything personally, but especially not in these times, as people are really trying to just make it through. All different kinds of people, for all different kinds of reasons, are really suffering right now. And again, it is the end of the age of Capricorn and Pluto, and we're going into the age of Aquarius and Pluto for 20 years upcoming. And I think that starts on the 19th of November. So this is like the darkest before the dawn of that. And there's always, Pluto is the lord of the underworld. So as Aquarius goes into that, we're flushing out a lot of these old, outdated patterns. And part of that is being isolationist, is dimming our shine because the shadow came. So instead of that, we get abundant by staying strong and sparkling on. Let the sparkle turn on. Don't let the world dim you down. It says, if you feel unworthy, we can ask ourselves why and be honest in our answer. for this is the key to the door of abundance from the universe, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Often, feelings of unworthiness can stem from childhood, and facing these feelings can sometimes be challenging and painful. Talking feelings through with a trusted friend or professional counselor could reap many rewards, shifting any negative views of yourself and your worthiness to receive. Self-worth is key here. And I think it just touches on right there about spending time talking to people, and so many people go into super withdrawal. They stop talking to their friends, they will even stop talking to their partners, and they certainly aren't talking to professional therapists about it. And I'm always here if you want to inbox me and talk about things. And I encourage everyone to reach out. Reaching out is one of the strongest ways that we can fly out of that dark cavern and join wingtip to wingtip with other happiness navigators and pollinators of positivity, because we're all seeking the same love. The Fairy of Abundance says there's enough abundance in the universe for everyone, and we have just as much right to it as anyone else. So prepare yourself for incoming abundance and enjoy. I love the word enjoy, because we can live our lives in joy. And that's abundance too. So, messages from the fairies today, and then the other one we had here is wait for winter. And also magical blessings. So, more of this will be sorted out throughout the winter. You know, as we just talked about, Capricorn being retrograde in Pluto right now and going into the age of Aquarius for Pluto for 20 years upcoming. So this winter, there will be major changes afoot and blessings coming in as the collective starts to experience the abundance of Pluto, the god of the underworld, coming into Aquarius and receiving, you know, a major shift from Capricorn, which is really earthly bound, and it is about money oftentimes and prestige, whereas we might know that Aquarius is the water bearer, is about pouring water out for others and sharing, and I love that for us. So let's see here. Let's see if I can get this thing tuned up, and then we're gonna play a little ukulele tune. And then what else we have? We got the Magic of the Unicorns deck, so we'll take a card or 3 from there as well. I'm gonna make sure that I'm under an hour today, because then I'll be able to repost this live again later, so you can tell your friends it'll be up, and I'll share that out on YouTube as well at the Mojo and Magic channel. So please do fly on over there and join us there. And oh, I see what's going on with this one. It needs to go higher. I think it's been bashed around quite good in here. Oh, wait a second. How did we miss C? You bearing with me? I feel like just singing a cappella, and next time I make sure I tune up first. What's going on? G, C. It doesn't make any sense. Alright, I'm just gonna sing. Maybe I'll pop back on later today on TikTok and do some music. So we'll just do the tunes that are on the track for now. And I'll just keep reading. We'll just keep chatting. Tunes, talk, and tarot. That's what we do. And and I'll sing you a song. Want me to sing you a song? I'll sing you a song. Okay, let's turn this on. I'll sing this song called The Merry Minuet. And I know that it was done by the Kingston Trio in the 40s. And it may have even been made before that, but I know for sure the Kingston Trio did it in the 1940s, and so much of it is still true today, and it's a good one. It's got a little whistling, so whistle along if you feel it, and just laugh at the state of the world then and now, and know that it's always perfect. We're always exactly where we're meant to be, on an individual and also on a more holy level, as in the whole collective. So it's a good one. Merry Minuet, it's called. They're rioting in Africa. They're starving in Spain. There's hurricanes in Florida. And Texas needs rain. The whole world is festering with unhappy souls. The French hate the Germans hate the Poles. The Polish hate Yugoslavs, South Africans hate the Dutch, and I don't like anybody very much. But we can be tranquil and thankful and proud, for man's been endowed with a mushroom-shaped cloud. But we know for certain that some lovely day someone will set the spark off, and we will all be blown away. They're rioting in Africa. There's strife in Iran. What nature doesn't do to us will be done by a fellow man. See what I mean? So many of those same wars and frictions happening this very day. And so as we join together as flames with the intention of the greatest good for the whole, fellow wizards, we do brighten up the world, and it's more important than we might feel at first. But let's just keep gathering together, keep loving. Even if we're alone, we can love the whole world, can love the whole universe, can love the whole experience. And it's a beautiful experience that we are in, and not everyone got to come here and have this earth experience. I'm very grateful that you and I are here together, sharing that today. And let's finish off with 3 more cards from the Unicorns deck. Hi to everybody who's coming in and out. Thank you for being here and magnifying the magic. Oh, there's one. What do we got? I just saw somebody popped in and it came out. It says, go with the flow, relax and trust. Same as that spirit, the seahorse, right? Relax and trust, accept what is happening, go with the flow. And the wait for winter one. So this is just a period of time of waiting, and acceptance, right? Learning how to be in acceptance, learning how to not to take these things personally, learning how to stay glowed up. Oh, there goes one flying. And to use this as a time to strengthen the fact that with whatever's happening with everyone else, we still get to be in this heart. And isn't that abundance? Isn't that abundance that I'm so happy I have my heart? I'm so happy you have your heart. And that we are able to share the love that we do with the world and not let anything overshadow that. And again, we all have dark days, but not to let that be prolonged, and not to take that out on others, and not just to give up on ourselves, on this whole magical mission of the earth experience. This one here is interesting, the Pool of Christ Light. This is a really interesting deck from Diana Cooper, and Diana Cooper talks a lot about other planets, and it's just quite deep, actually. So maybe we'll read these last 3, because I think we got time for that since I'm not doing a bunch of music, and I will buzz back in and do maybe just some music, maybe this evening. From the tree hive in the sky. I think that sounds like fun. So, pool of Christ light, open your heart and spread unconditional love. Isn't that the message right now, fellow wizards? I know, I've been like feeling so in my feels sad. They say the best thing for sad is to be grateful. And I was saying the other day, there's only so much grateful for all that sad, right? But the thing is, if we open our hearts and we just keep sharing that unconditional love, the love in our hearts actually fills up our hearts. So that even when we're feeling sad, we feel it's like that gratitude and giving love to others is how we stay strong in the heart ourselves. And it's again such an abundant thing to be able to do, is to be one of those people who can still share unconditional love and some joy and laughter even when things are sad or difficult. And you know, I used to get angry more when I was younger, and I think in the last decade I've gotten so that I get a bit more sad. But sad isn't great either, and we don't want to delve down into that. And though it has less damage than anger, oftentimes sadness, it is still detrimental to those around us, because oftentimes everyone, as I say, everyone's suffering. So then when they see that they've made us so sad by their lack of, you know, being able to be there because of what they're going through, that it can actually exacerbate their own issues. And so it's so important, if we can, to love, just pour all that love inside, folks. Just keep pouring that love inside, and as we fill up this cup and it's overflowing, that we just keep sharing it out. And that's why I'm here today. And it's been a little while since I've been on, but I really felt like 1111 portal was important, to be here, to share, to care, and not to get apathetic, because I almost went there, right? I was right around the corner from being like, fine, let's just, you know, let everybody be. Apathy sounds pretty good. Had an appetite for apathy almost in the last week or so. Had nothing to do with the election either. It's just life stuff, and that did, I mean, I wasn't either, I'm no sides when it comes to politics, but I was thinking a change might be nice. So I think so many of us came through some really difficult times personally and on a whole in the last week or so. And again, coming out of the end of this Capricorn and Pluto era, coming into the Aquarius, there are some things that we had to do, and one of those things is not to succumb to apathy and to just fill ourselves up so that we can keep shining and put up those boundaries proper. The self-worth needs to be on fleek so that nobody can take advantage of that love, so that it doesn't get poured out and just flow down the drain. You know, this is our love is so worthy. And so just to choose, if we can't pour it into someone who's receptive, or a situation that's receptive or productive, because sometimes even like I find the business stuff right now, everything is sort of just watch and wait, and we've seen that in the reading today. So as that's happening, what can we do? I've been like at a loss of what to do. Pour into me, that's what to do. And then as I pour more into me, I get enough in me that I can come here and do this again. And so I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for you. Thank you. I see you. And I really appreciate who sits with me for a while. And as we sit together, again, and those two flames burn bright together, we certainly do uplift the world with our intentions and just being here together. So thank you. I appreciate it so much. Your time is so valuable, and I can't say how shocked I am even sometimes that wonderful people like yourselves will sit and spend some time, listen to these messages, and share in the intention for the great all, capital A, LL. You're just beautiful and I love you. Thank you. So here's our last card for now. It's the Cocoon of White Light. And it's saying, look at this beautiful unicorn with a rainbow butterfly. That's that butterfly coming out of its cocoon, and we all know it's been a cocooning time, but we're gonna come out of this. We're gonna come out of this. And with the full rainbow, the full spectrum illumination is what we're gonna come out with. Fully accepting all the parts of ourselves, fully integrated. Here it says, rest in perfect love. Understand oneness. Deep breath here. Rest in love. I rest in perfect love. I love that, because it is like, again, all these people or situations that feel so harsh out here, it's all love too. Everybody's just trying to find their way. Everything is just trying to find its way. And understanding oneness means that if I can fill my cup up, that I'm doing that for the others. And again, if I can come out of that sadness and find the joy, share a little bit of love, share a couple tarot cards, come back in later, play some music from the hive, that is also doing that for each and every individual that's out there and for the collective. So as we keep sparkling on, you know, one of my favorite sayings, really the Mojo and Magic slogan, I think it's become, if that's what we want to call it. I don't really know about that, but anyway, one of the mantras has been stay strong and sparkle on. And it used to just be sparkle on until everyone started saying stay safe in those days. And I was like, we can't stay safe though. Life is crazy. It's impossible staying safe out here. Things happen, you know? You can't keep your heart safe if you want to love. You can't stay 100% safe on the roads if you want to drive. Things happen. Like, we got to be able to risk it and go with that flow and be strong enough. Stay strong to sparkle on. So we're going to look at this one here, which is, these are our unicorn cards. At the end of this reading, we did fairies and we did our spirit animal, which was the seahorse, and told us to watch and wait. Fairies told us wait for winter and abundance and magical blessings, and here we are with the unicorns, and they're gonna tell us just go with the flow. And I feel like we already know that's number 17 on this one. What else can you do sometimes, right? But what you can do is you pour that love inside, do what you love, find those things that we love to do, the happiness navigation toolkit, I say. And it's about what gives us joy, because it's not always about what to do, what we have to do, but also what we get to do, what we love to do. And if we've forgotten what those things are, well, my goodness, it's time to remember, isn't it? So go with the flow. Relax and trust, accept what is happening. Life is like a river, sometimes racing and other times quiet and still. Right now, the currents of the universe are flowing in our favor, so we can relax, surrender, and allow the ride we are on to carry us forward. If life feels like a rushing torrent, enjoy the exhilarating ride. However, recognize there may be submerged rocks, eddies, or even waterfalls to negotiate. And ask our unicorn to keep a protective ball of white light around us. Or as I like to think of it, as full spectrum light. Kind of the way a bubble is, right? Rainbow. Or waterfall mist. The rainbow. So we'll put that rainbow bubble around us, around you. We'll do an exercise at the end of this where we'll create that rainbow ball of energy and place it around us. We'll put a double bubble actually around us. And we'll do that right at the end of this session, which won't be too long. If if our life seems to be meandering along rather slowly, we can also accept this too as a gift. And does it seem, fellow wizards, that at times it's a bit too slow or it's a bit too fast? We can always remember that it's just perfect. You got a funny song on. Okay, don't try to push ahead. This is what we need right now, so let go of any frustrations or boredom. Look at the beauty of the world as we drift along. Yeah, take this opportunity to relax and enjoy the peace. Overall, our guidance is to trust the universe. Our unicorn is asking us to allow the wisdom of the invisible forces of the cosmos. Again, all that always has been and always will be is with us. So we can ask for that wisdom and just allow it. All those invisible forces of the cosmos to direct us, and know that what's happening is for the highest good. Swimming against the current would only drain our energy and inner resources. The more we trust the flow, the more our unicorn can steer us on our journey. We are being prepared for the next phase. Have faith that all is in divine, perfect order. Yes. So key. I see the rainbow in this too, and a waterfall. Beautiful card. The dolphins too. Community, and again, the reminder, you know, you may be a person who reaches out to others, but there are many others who can't reach out, and we can reach out to them sometimes, and sometimes we let them have space, but we can always, always, always be sending love, peace, love, and understanding. We'll just get into this one here. Oh, I'm so glad you like them. Thank you. I'm glad you are resonating with the cards. Here we have number 28, the Pool of Christ Light. Open your heart, spread unconditional love. This is a card of pure transcendent love, for Christ light is pure source love that flows from the Godhead at a diamond white frequency. Unicorns carry it in their energy field and bring it down on the golden ray through white gold, then gold, to a level where we can access it. Diana Cooper and the Oracle, the Magic of Unicorns Oracle deck. Great book she has on this also. Maybe we'll get into reading that. Christ light can heal at a cellular level. It can also dissolve blocks in our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual fields and replace them with love. It can bring us peace or great joy and raise our frequency to the 9th dimension. It is also a powerfully protective energy. In our universe, great pools of Christ light are held in Lacumae, the part of Sirius that has ascended. We can ask the unicorn to take us there in meditation or sleep to bathe in the wondrous energy. This fills our spirit with love. We see with eyes of love and hear and talk with love. Our heart glows. We radiate love. Ah, it's gonna try to make me cry. Because that's what we're doing. And it's been a lot, and we've asked, and yet we receive because we ask. We receive being filled up. Our heart glowing, hearts full of love. We can see with the eyes of love, hear and talk with love. Oh, what abundance is that, fellow wizards? Whew. Our guidance is to breathe in that Christ light, you know, and if the Christ word bothers you, that's something we can work on. The God word used to bother me really bad too. It used to bring me right up out of meditations if I was listening to a meditation and it said God in it. So I had to come to terms with that and realize God is everything. God is the leaves in the tree. God is the wind in the sky. God is you and I. God is everything and everywhere. It's the collective energy, as someone said to me once. You think of it like a drop of water is just a little drop of water, and the ocean is greater than a drop of water. But what would the ocean be without a drop of water, and without every drop of water? And again, back to that primordial water has always been on this planet. We have always been here. This is, we are all one. And that is God. And Christ is the sun, the brightness of God, the love of of the whole. That's why Christ was shown as such a loving teacher, because it's the bringing of the light. It's the shining of the light of that, the appreciation of being part of this whole, and as an individual to shine our light forward. So we can breathe in that illumination and practice seeing, hearing, and communicating with love so that we live in such a joyful way. Our unicorn is asking us to radiate the divine energy to other people, places, and situations too, for this will make a significant difference to them. It will also accelerate throat chakra, our ascension, and bring us closer to the unicorns. So it says we can visit the pools of Christ light. You can think of this as rainbow light. Ride on the unicorns to the gates of Lacume, dismount and go through the gates. A wondrous pool of light is shimmering and glowing in front of us. Gold and white flowers cascade round it. Step into it and bathe in the purest love. Golden angels are all around us, singing of love. See the world with eyes of love. Radiate this light out into the world. When you return, feel how close you are to your unicorn, and feel how close you are to everything, everyone. Your beautiful heart shining. I love you so much. So this is the last one, cocoon of white light or rainbow light. And then we're gonna just put up a bubble of rainbow light for us all. This is number 19. And I do think I'm just gonna come back and play some tunes later tonight. So if you've caught this and you enjoyed it, come back into the TikTok live. We'll say around let's do 7 p.m. I'm gonna come in at 7, almost 7. And I will try to put these lives up online. Especially got to keep them under an hour, so that makes it easier. So we'll get this done. Cocoon of white light, rest in perfect love, understand oneness. At its highest 12th dimensional frequency, source love is pure white. It is carried by unicorns. When they connect with us, they bring it down to the vibrational level we are ready for, while reminding us that the essence is divine love. When we choose this card, our guidance is to ask our unicorn to place us in a bubble of pure white light. White unicorn love is a pure and powerful healing force. It also soothes, smooths, and strengthens our aura, ensuring that no lower energies can enter and giving us time and space to rest in peace. Being held in perfect love can affect us at the deepest level, for as we rest in it, our consciousness recognizes that everything is love and that our ego sees situations or relationships through distorted lenses. The cocoon of white light dissolves any feelings we may have of separation and difference, enabling us to merge with the oneness. At a higher spiritual level, we are holding hands in amity and trust with everyone in the whole world. This is one of the most important lessons in our journey to enlightenment and ascension. So this card invites us to give ourselves as long as we need to merge into that love. And give yourself a hug, fellow wizards. You deserve it. I'll give you one too. Oh, love you. Okay, it says, rest in this cocoon of white light. And we're going to actually build a cocoon of rainbow light around us just after this. And that'll be us for now. And I'll come back in and play some music later tonight. Maybe I'll pull out the piano, the keyboard. I haven't played in so long. So rest in this cocoon of white light. Find time and space to be still. Close your eyes and breathe comfortably until you relax. And we'll call the unicorn and see it in front of us. Do you see your unicorn? Hello. Okay, so we're going to see this unicorn pouring light from its spiral horn all around us. Sense it forming a protective bubble of light, and our unicorn whispers, there is only love. Feel all that is not love floating away. Rest in the cocoon as it heals you to your core. And the affirmation is, I rest in a cocoon of love. So we often love to do a Reiki bubble, or what we love to call cosmic rainbow energy bubble. And I like to make it a double bubble. So we're going to do that right now. And what you could do if you wanted to is use your magical hands, because after all, we are all part of this great energy. No one is lesser. No one needs anything like attunements or special stuff, although it's great to connect with that and commit ourselves even more fully to certain practices. But you, my friends, are already wizards. You know when we go like this, oh no, that's the first Reiki position. This is number 2. This is number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just like that. It's so easy. These are things we already do because we know we have these magical wands right here. And there's a portal of energy coming out on this 1111 portal, or whenever this finds you. And we're now sending it out. And here I would like us to just like put our hands together at our hearts for a second. And then we can just pull this apart. See a little bubble in here. A rainbow bubble. Like if we had bubbles. Oh, we do have bubbles. Wait a second. Unicorn bubbles. Show me a bubble. She's like, I don't want a bubble today, Melissa. Why you don't? Oh. Like that, okay? Rainbow bubbles. Rainbow unicorn bubbles. Like that. So we're creating that in our hands now. Ready? Ready? We're gonna make a bubble. We'll pull it out, sparkle it up, sparkle it up, sparkle it up. Bring it out nice and big as you are. See, I can't even show you how big it is because it's gonna get big, but I'll just keep my hands in here. You can make it as big as you want. And either way, this is infinitely big. This beautiful rainbow bubble we're now building. And of course, I'm sending you Reiki because I'm a Reiki master trained. But all of us together are making this sparkly, beautiful rainbow. You just saw the rainbow bubbles from the unicorn. We're building it out, building it out. Oh yeah, putting it, okay, already, ready? Around you. And around me too, and around all. Yes, okay, all right. So we've got one big bubble around us individually and around us as a collective. So beautiful, so sparkly, so rainbowy. Now, one more bubble we're gonna make. Okay, ready? So let's bring it in again, and like, even bigger than the first bubble, and there you go. All right, it's around you, it's around me, and it's around the collective too. So now there's 2 bubbles, a bubble inside another bubble. And there's a space in between these 2 bubbles. And I'm gonna leave that up to you as to what you would like to put inside of that bubble, double bubble, fellow wizards. Some of you might put a sage smoke cleanse in there. You might put more little bubbles. You might put sparkles. Maybe you put cosmic kitty cats, who knows? Whatever makes you feel joyful, supported, and happy can float inside of the double bubble. And that double rainbow bubble is floating us around and sending sparkles out for you, for me, for everybody. And so thank you so much for joining today. I love you, I love you, I love you. There's another little cosmic rainbow energy blast for you, and I'll catch you tonight, 7:07. Mwah. Bye for now.